What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we're just going to be doing a quick unboxing and quick install of a quad lock phone case system on my 2016 Street Glide Special right over here. Now the purpose of doing this is because a lot of times when I'm driving my motorcycle, I have my phone Bluetooth connected to the screen on the dash. So I can listen to a lot of music that's on my phone. The problem is there's really no easy way of switching songs or anything like that because I usually listen to a lot of Spotify and things of that nature. So I needed a way to get my phone mounted up to where I have easy access to it while driving. Now there are a lot of cheap ways of doing this, but I didn't want to risk a $1,200 phone dropping on the highway with just a cheap case. And I have read a lot of information out there that says that if you have an iPhone, like one of the newer ones that has like all the image stabilization, that when you mount your phone with a cheap bracket on a motorcycle, the vibration can actually mess up your camera. But being that I use my iPhone a lot for my YouTube channel, for filming videos, editing videos, I'm filming on it right now, I didn't want to risk damaging the camera. So I wanted a phone mount system that was going to securely mount my phone to the actual handlebars, but I wanted something that was going to also protect my phone. That's why I looked into the quad lock system. So you have to get a case for your phone, and then there's a bracket that you could get for different mounting positions. I got the bracket that will actually mount to your handlebars. And then I also got the dampener that mounts on the bracket so that when you mount your phone to the dampener, it'll actually help soften any vibration so that you're not damaging your camera. Obviously, there must be problems with this happening because Quad Lock actually came up with this dampener mechanism to stop it from happening. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So without further ado, let's jump in and take a closer look. Okay, so here's the case that you're going to need for your phone. They obviously make it for a variety of different phones. It doesn't matter if you have an Android or an iPhone or what size. This one here I got for the newer iPhone, the larger plus size model. That's what this case is here. So you'll need a case. You're going to need a mounting bracket. I got the one that actually mounts to your handlebars. And then this case will lock on to this mounting bracket. I also got the vibration dampener here. So again, this will actually mount to the bracket, and then your phone will mount to the case. So there's a whole system that's going on here. And then I wasn't sure if I was going to need this or not, but I bought a knuckle adapter that I thought, depending on where I mount the phone, I might need that to create a different angle for my phone. But I'm going to hold that to the side because I'm not sure if I'm going to need that quite yet or not. But this is primarily what I'll be needing today. So let's go ahead and just jump into opening this up. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is open up the bracket here. We're going to slide it out. Comes with some installation guides and warranty information. Set that aside. And then you're going to have a bunch of different parts. So here's going to be your main bracket here that's going to mount to your handlebars. And there's probably different size fittings you can put in here for different size handlebars. So we'll put that aside. This is what your phone case locks onto, which this mounts to the top here. And these, I assume, are just a bunch of different sleeves that you can choose from depending on how wide your handlebars are. So if you have a very thick handlebar, you might need something like this that goes a little thicker. And if you have a smaller diameter handlebar, they have a smaller one right here, which I don't know if I could pop out or not, but let me see. There we go. You can see here, it's a smaller diameter. So you have big diameter handlebars to small diameter handlebars, and then you have a couple mid-sized ones in between. So basically those sleeves are really only based on the diameter of your handlebar. You have a bolt here that comes with some thread locker on it already, and then you have a little mini Allen wrench. So that's primarily what the whole bracket system is made of. So we're gonna set that aside there. Now, this dampener, let's open this up. Okay. Just looks like this. And that comes with a little Allen key, but we probably don't need it since we already have the other one. But it has some installation information here as well, so we're going to set that aside for now. Okay, so it looks like this dampener has a bolt right here, okay? That dampener is gonna mount to this top of the bracket. So what we're gonna do is put a little blue Loctite. Actually, it does have some on there. Yeah, it does have a drop. You can see it right on there already. I'm gonna put another drop just in case. Okay, so you got a little blue Loctite on there. Okay, and you're gonna use your Allen wrench from the top, and it kind of goes in there to push that bolt forward. And then you're gonna just stick it on there like that, and then thread it in. Just like that, okay? Now I'm not gonna go super tight because I don't exactly know how I'm gonna mount this yet. So it's gonna end up looking like that with the dampener. And then the dampener has these little bushings. You see how it has like little compression bushings? Think of them like little mini shocks, like shock absorbers. So that right there is gonna help absorb a lot of the vibrations so that the vibration is not going to damage your image stabilization hardware on your phone. Then we're gonna go ahead and put a drop of blue Loctite on this as well. Even though it has some on the bolt, I'm gonna put another drop. Because again, I wanna make sure this is completely sealed really well. And then you're gonna screw this mount on the vibration dampener. So we're just gonna stick it on there. Okay, it's a little bit of a compression fitting, so you have to kind of like hold it with your hand and screw it down. Now again, we're gonna be making some adjustments to this, so I don't exactly know how I'm gonna have it mounted yet, but we'll come back to that later. So the next thing we wanna do is unbox our phone case. Okay. Okay, so it is a really nice phone case. It's fairly thin. As you can see here, it's not a very wide phone case. It's not a bulky phone case. It has a nice felt interior, so it'll protect your phone. So this is definitely a really nice high quality case. Has a nice smooth back. It has the cutout for your quad lock, which is gonna lock onto the top. And this right here is really, really nice. Now let me just see here. Okay. So assuming this is mounted on the bike, let's just assume that it's in the right position. What you're gonna do is you're gonna line the grooves on your case with the grooves of that. And this little tab right here has a compression. You see right here? See how it kind of opens up? So what you're gonna do is take your phone, lock it in, push down, lock it in, and now it's locked. You hear that click? So now this phone is not gonna go anywhere. And then to release it, you basically just have to, you can either reach your hand behind and put a little bit of tension on this tab, pop it off. So it's really nice. I mean, this is a really nice phone mounting system, okay? So the next thing we wanna do is we're gonna come over, we're gonna grab the fittings, and we're gonna come over to the bike over here, and we're gonna try to play around with where I think I might want it. Let me go ahead and straddle the bike here, and let's see if we could figure something out. Again, I'm not exactly sure what I want or how I'm gonna want it. Let's go ahead and tilt it up like this. Okay, so let me just kind of sit you here for a second. Okay, so now that I have you kind of looking, I'm probably gonna have to put it over here because as I get up higher on my 16-inch ape hangers, these little brackets here are gonna stop me from being able to get this bracket around, so I'm gonna have to stay below it. So I don't know if I really wanna block my fuel gauge too much. So again, if you have a different handlebar setup, there's gonna be different places you can mount it. But for now, I'm probably gonna have to stick it around here. You can see right here, I have a cable back here. So I need to cut this zip tie to remove the cable, but I'm probably just gonna go ahead and bolt this right at the very bottom of this web wing right here and kind of keep it like right in this position right here. So let me go do that and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're finally done. And this is basically how it turned out. Now I did end up having to use that knuckle that we talked about because that allows for another swivel point to get the phone where you want it to be. Because of the way my handlebars are, when I'm sitting on the bike, the phone was actually like facing downwards and it didn't give me the angle I wanted. So I added the knuckle right here, all you have to do is unbolt this part here that was originally sitting here. I unbolted that, and then I just bolted the knuckle in between. So the knuckle goes to here, and then this main arm gets bolted to this piece of the knuckle, which allows you to swivel it, and then once you swivel it into position, then you could tighten it down. So everything is pretty much where I want it right now. So let's go ahead and hop on the bike real quick. Okay, so that's basically what it's gonna look like when I'm sitting on the bike. Now it does block my view a little bit of the fuel gauge, but I can always kind of like look over to the side and see it, so it's not even that big of a deal. But because of the wings here that I have on my ape hangers, I'm very limited on where I can mount this, so I pretty much can only mount it from here to about here on either side. That's pretty much all I have as far as options. So mounting it here was perfectly fine. So let me grab my phone. So here, I already put my phone in my case. So again, here's how it looks here. So all we have to do is line it up. And again, you just want to line up these little crevices here on the back. I'm not really good at doing that just by feel, so I kind of have to look over and lock it into place. There. Okay, so this is pretty much what it looks like. It's mounted into position. It's not going to go anywhere. I mean, this arm is very, very stable. Now the phone might wiggle a little bit because I have that vibration dampener right here. So that allows for the phone to swivel a little bit. And the purpose of the vibration dampener is when you're on a motorcycle that puts off a lot of vibration, or if you happen to mount this to say like an enduro bike or dirt bike where you're off on the back trails and you're hitting a lot of bumps, the vibration dampener will allow your phone to kind of swivel a little bit, just enough to where it's protecting your camera from getting jarred around too much. Because a lot of these high-end phones have high-end camera features such as image stabilization hardware, that if your phone was mounted to a solid point and it was being jarred around too much, it could actually damage your phone's hardware. So this particular vibration dampener allows for the phone to kind of move a little bit and absorb the vibration so that you're not damaging it. But this is like the perfect position for me, because again, if I'm sitting here and I have my hand up here, okay, and I'm driving and I need to reach over and I want to put on, say, Spotify, or I'm listening to Spotify. Now I do have navigation here on the Harley boombox system, but sometimes it's easier just to use it on my phone, and then I can just sit there and type in different maps and so forth. That way when I have my Apple Watch, I can actually get notifications right to my wrist. So just having it mounted here is perfect. And then again, if I happen to be driving and somebody calls or text messages me in an emergency situation or whatever the case may be, I'll be able to see it right here, and I don't have to always have to pull over to the side of the road or anything like that. Having my phone mounted right here is perfect. Now again, let's say I'm moto vlogging on my bike and I have my GoPro looking ahead. I can always come in here and videotape myself just like that. So again, it's very simple and easy to have my camera set up to where I'm actually filming everything and be able to see everybody here as well, which is definitely a pretty cool feature when you're doing a lot of moto vlogging. And then let's say I want to film in more of a landscape. I just come over here, put my lock on there, lock it in, there we go. And that way, if I'm moto vlogging, I can just come over here, hit this, go ahead, boom, there we go. I'm ready in video record mode and I'm good to go. So I could be driving, moto vlogging, looking ahead while talking to you guys in this camera as well. So again, if you're looking to have your phone mounted on your front dash area for whatever reason you might need it for, I would definitely recommend the quad lock case, because again, it just makes mounting your phone so much easier. It locks it in, it keeps it stable, it keeps it firmly mounted to your handlebars. The vibration dampener is going to help protect your phone's camera hardware, and it's just easy. And then again, most of this hardware is all metal. I would assume it's some type of aluminum, but most of the brackets are metal. Now this part here, right here, is plastic. So is this piece right here, just like the case is. But I'm assuming it's some type of like a polymer type plastic that's supposed to be pretty sturdy. But again, you have 4 mounting points here, so I highly doubt this is gonna break. The only hard part is just getting the hang of how to mount it with one hand. I mean, otherwise you could just push this pinch clip right here like that. That helps out a lot. But when you're doing it with one hand, all you gotta do is kind of take your phone and feel for the position. Boom, locked in, good to go. Now taking it off with one hand is a little bit more difficult because you don't want to just jam your phone forward, especially with the vibration dampener. But what I usually do is I'll take my hand and use my fingers behind it just to kind of push that peg out of the way, start the turn, pop it off. And then that's when it's in a vertical mode. Now if it's on like a horizontal mode like this, Okay, very simple. You can see the tab right here. So what I'll do is I'll grab it here, take my finger, push the tab back, pop it off. So again, super simple and easy. I really like it. So again, it's not the cheapest phone mount out there, but if you want the best phone mount out there that has the most accessories to custom mount your phone to your bike, whether it's your motorcycle, your dirt bike, your street bike, your quad, even your mountain bike, it doesn't matter. They have so many different brackets that'll work. And then what's cool is let's say that you have the one case for your phone, but then you buy multiple mounts. So let's say I have this mount here on my Harley. Let's say I happen to put one over there on the Riker. Let's say I put one on my mountain bike. And then it doesn't matter which bike I'm on. I could take my phone, pop it over here, line it up, lock it in, we're good to go. So that's how simple and easy the quad lock case is. So do I recommend it? Absolutely. I give it a thumbs up. I give it a go. So if it happens to be in your budget, definitely go with the quad lock mounting system because it's the best one out there in my honest opinion.
Okay, so I've been riding on this bike for a little while now, and I've been using the quad lock mounting case here, and so far I'm really impressed with this quad lock case. It's kept my phone completely still right here. It has not done anything but stay mounted right there, right in my perfect view, right in my perfect position so I can reach over and touch it. It's perfect for me. So I definitely recommend the quad lock case if you want to make sure you have a phone mounted in your dash area, because this one's great. Now it is a little bit more pricey than say your typical plastic Walmart phone mount system, but I gotta say, if you do any kind of filming or you have a smartphone that has like high-end camera features like image stabilization, you definitely want the quad lock with the vibration dampener because it's going to protect your phone camera from being jarred around. But other than that, the phone case is awesome.
Okay, everybody, so there you go. We just got back, and I gotta say, the quad lock phone mount system, it held my phone extremely secure to my handlebars, even with the major vibration that I'm getting from this Street Glide over here. It did a really good job at holding my phone. I like that I can position my phone vertical or horizontal, whether I'm listening to music or filming, whatever the case is. I also like that there's so many different positions on how you can put this mount on your handlebars. And again, I would highly recommend if you have a higher end camera with image stabilization in your camera, definitely get the vibration dampener. It's going to protect your phone. And if you want to try to get some different angles on your phone setup, you might want to consider the Knuckle as well. Now again, the quad lock system is not cheap. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head what I spent for all 4 items, but it's probably just over $100 for everything. So again, it's not the cheapest setup. So keep in mind, when you make that small investment, yeah, I understand it's not the cheapest, but when you make that investment, you're going to end up with a higher end phone case to protect your phone. You're going to end up with a higher end phone mount that mounts your handlebars. You're going to end up with a vibration dampener that's going to protect the hardware of your expensive phone. And it's just a nicer, convenient system. So at the end of the day, my initial impressions of the quad lock phone mount system, I give it a go. I understand it's not the cheapest out there, but I do believe in life that sometimes you need to pay a little extra for quality, and that's what I got with the quad lock mount system. So that's it for today's video. I hope this video helps some of you out. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And also do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell because it definitely helps me out, and I greatly appreciate it. So that's it. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. I truly appreciate you all. Thank you. And as always, see you in the next video.